Going to work in the morning. My job is a long distance from my home, almost 50 miles away. I have to wake up early every morning, as I'm always in a rush. There's never enough time for a relaxed breakfast. At exactly 6 o'clock a.m., I get into my car and start the long drive. I usually like driving on the highway more than in the city. During the morning rush hour, though, it's not very enjoyable. The heavy traffic is a little bit annoying. So I always listen to my favorite classical music CDs in the car, Chopin, Mozart, and Bach. That cheers me up a lot. The drive to work takes about 1 hour. Going back home in the evening after work takes even longer, maybe around 70 minutes. Lately, I've been thinking about trying to take the train to work instead of driving. That way, I could still listen to my music with headphones and even read a novel at the same time.
My family at home. My family lives in a small house. It's simple but pretty. It has a large garden. I like to work in the garden, but my sister hates to work in the garden. She prefers to read. She reads in the morning, in the afternoon, and at night. I give all of the vegetables to Mom and Dad. They like to cook in our small kitchen. I eat any vegetable, but my sister eats only a few. My family always eats breakfast and dinner together. We talk, we laugh. Then my sister washes the dishes. At night, Dad likes to listen to music. Mom works on the computer. I watch television, and my sister reads. Soon we go to bed. My parents go to bed late, but my sister and I go to bed early. I'm ready to go to sleep, but my sister wants to keep reading. Preparing food. Jack was hungry. He walked to the kitchen. He got out some eggs. He took out some oil. He placed a skillet on the stove. Next, he turned on the heat. He poured the oil into the skillet. He cracked the eggs into a bowl. He stirred the eggs. Then, he poured them into the hot skillet. He waited while the eggs cooked. They cooked for 2 minutes. He heard them cooking. They popped in the oil. Next, Jack put the eggs on a plate. He placed the plate on the dining room table. Jack loved looking at his eggs. They looked pretty on the white plate. He sat down in the large wooden chair. He thought about the day ahead. He ate the eggs with a spoon. They were good. He washed the plate with dishwashing soap. Then, he washed the pan. He got a sponge damp. Finally, he wiped down the table. Next, Jack watched TV.
A great summer vacation. I just returned from the greatest summer vacation. It was so fantastic. I never wanted it to end. I spent 8 days in Paris and France. My best friends, Henry and Steve, went with me. We had a beautiful hotel room in the Latin Quarter, and it wasn't even expensive. We had a balcony with a wonderful view. We visited many famous tourist places. My favorite was the Louvre, a well-known museum. I was always interested in art, so that was a special treat for me. The museum is so huge, you could spend weeks there. Henry got tired walking around the museum and said enough. I need to take a break and rest. We took lots of breaks and sat in cafes along the River Seine. The French food we ate was delicious. The wines were tasty too. Steve's favorite part of the vacation was the hotel breakfast. He said he would be happy if he could eat croissants like those forever. We had so much fun that we're already talking about our next vacation.